Climbing is a sport that mostly boys do, but now climbing is a worldwide sport for men and women alike. As you might have already guessed, I'm here today to talk about climbing. My name is Aydan and I am on Evo Rock and Bouldering team. Oh, and before I forget, I bet you're wondering what all this, behind me is. Well, this whole thing is a climbing wall, and these are climbing holes. They're completely safe. And just to get some basics down, what I'm wearing is called a harness. This is called a chalk bag, which actually helps with your grip, surprisingly. And then what I'm wearing on my feet are shoes specially made for climbing. These shoes are better than regular old tennis shoes because they're more narrow shaped and you can put your feet on much smaller holes and have much cleaner footwork too. And then this right here is called a quick draw. We'll talk more about that later. And these are what most people like to call belay glasses. They have mirrors inside them, so when you look through them, you see up. These are helpful like if you're a belayer, so you don't have to go like this. You can just look straight and you'll see your climber. And then that leads us into our next thing, which is this. This is called a belay device. You feed or take the rope in to belay someone. This is a very important piece to safety. Climbing is not only about getting stronger, but about getting people together. When I first entered the climbing gym, I thought it would be terrible and people would stare at me, but instead of that, people wanted to help me even if they didn't know me. My dad met one of his best friends at the climbing gym, and I met a really good friend at the climbing gym too. Climbing makes me feel free. When I climb up the wall, I forget about all my worries. In fact, I feel like I am free of my worries. When I climb, surprisingly, I feel like I don't have to be afraid of falling. When I'm on the climbing wall, I can move my body freely in any way I like. I love how you get to figure out like a boulder problem or a climb. It's like solving a puzzle. There are multiple ways for you to figure it out. And women can be just as strong as men while climbing and even stronger. I saw a man attempting to lead a 513B, but only made it to the 5th clip. Then a woman tried to climb and got to the 8th clip. A 513B is the grade of the climb. In other words, it's how hard the climb is supposed to be. A clip is also like the same thing as a quick draw. There is a stiff piece of fabric combined with other things that has loops on both ends. 2 carabiners attached to either end, and then one of them attaches to a metal bolt in the wall. And then really just a quick definition of lead climbing, it's where the rope is below you. You have to pull it up and put it and clip it into here. Lynn Hill has beat many men while climbing. Lynn Hill is the pioneer for women's climbing. That's probably partly why she's famous. And in her time, she was not one of the best climbers in the state or country, but she was one of the best climbers in the entire world. Lynn Hill had said, well, she was climbing, boys disrespected her because she was better than they were. Therefore, I think climbing is not only about getting stronger, but about earning people's respect too. Now think twice when you say climbing is only about getting stronger. That proves that climbing is not only about getting stronger, but about bringing people together, feeling free, and that women can be just as strong as men while climbing. And another last thing is, you may have thought we were filming this in the climbing gym because everything here is the same quality, the climbing wall, the crash pads, all that, but we're actually filming this inside my basement. I have a climbing wall in my basement, yeah. I like climbing that much, and if you have any questions for me, just try to contact me.